Okay, I see you. Thanks for coming. This is the Jenna and Julien Podcast. High five one.
Welcome.
High five two.
To the Jenna and Julien Podcast.
High five three.
Hey.
And our guest this week is Brett, our friend Brett. He's been on before. Everyone say hi to Brett. All right. Now, Brett, you say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we thought we'd have him back on. He was on like a couple months ago. It was a while ago.
It was early on.
Yeah, it was really
like
early on.
Episode 4 or something like that.
Yep.
Brett's still the only guest we've ever had in the podcast.
Kit
was on.
Oh, that's right.
But we do need to be better. We need to get more guests on. Because when we started this podcast, I did get excited that we were going to get to sort of interview and talk to people, because that's kind of like what I like to do.
Yeah.
So we'll be better about that.
We shall try.
We shall and try to improve.
Am I like all the way down? Is
You
that
can
better?
turn it up a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it sounds good. All that matters in life is if you sound good. If you have good audio.
That's vain. Okay, so for today's podcast, requested by no one at all, I just decided that it would be fun. I'm sure many of you know that I have a master's degree in sports psychology and counseling. Now, mind you, I graduated in 2009, so it's been a hot minute since I've been opening up my DSM over here.
Why don't you say what a DSM is?
DSM basically is the criteria for diagnosing someone with a mental disorder. And before anyone gets the wrong idea, let me just make a sappy foreword about mental illness and mental health,
I'll play the violin.
Thanks. It's not sad.
Oh, I'll still play the violin.
Okay, how about some drums?
Okay, you play the drums, I'll play the violin.
So, anyways.
No, not really. We'll add it in post. We're just faking. All right.
Mental illness is very, very, very real. There's still, unfortunately, in our culture, a strong stigma against people that suffer from mental illnesses and disorders. But they're fucking very real. They're not a choice. They're very serious. But there are, as many people know, many, many things with like little ridiculous names or whatever, you know?
Yep.
In your fucking DSM or your psychology book or your science book, blah, blah, blah. So as a twofold way to do this, not that I'm doing some giant like public service here by bringing attention to mental illness, but I thought it would be fun to play the game where it's like dictionary, where you look up a word and everyone around you has to like write down the silliest definition that they can, and then you pick them out. But hopefully I stayed away from like a lot of the very, very serious, sad, or anything life-changing mental disorders. I tried to stay on the, at least we could laugh at some poop and pee and that kind of thing. Not that those aren't serious as well. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for this to get taken the wrong way. So if you get it, then please get it. Okay? And yeah, we just wanted to play a silly game because some of the words sound kind of silly, right?
It's literally making fun of how the words are spelled and sound.
Correct.
It has nothing further to do with anything. So.
Right. So, but then also, I would like to read what it actually is. So then
to educate you and us. I don't know what these things are.
We completely guessed.
You can educate us, Jenna.
Okay, but I just want everyone to just be on the same page of what the goal is here. We're going to have some silly laugh times, but then I'm also maybe going to tell you a disorder that you didn't know existed and that some people out in the world are actually suffering with, and that it is serious. So please take the responses as responses to the word itself and not to the actual disorder. But hopefully you learn something, and hopefully we get some giggles in here. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can do this with like anything. Like any set of words or names.
Any dictionary,
of things. Yeah.
any science or history textbook, I'm sure you can
Yeah,
use.
and we just happen to do this one because Jenna is a psychology master's and she has this book here, so we have it at our disposal. So we did this beforehand so we wouldn't have to write while we're on the podcast, so we have all of our answers ready.
Right.
So me and Brett are she's gonna name them off, and me and Brett and I are gonna come up with, all right, so.
And then we're going to decide who wins.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you got to decide, though, because
All right,
I'm not going to vote
who
for Brett.
All right. So the first one.
I want to win.
Are we ready for the game?
I think we're all winners here. Jeez.
I think you're the real winners.
You're the real MVP.
You're the real okay.
Okay. So the first one, I think it's pica. The word is pronounced pica.
Okay, it's spelled P-I-C-A.
Yes.
All right.
Pica. Who's going first? What is pica?
Pica. Pica. babies that blow bubbles with their spit and snot at the same time. Simultaneous spit and snot bubble blowing by babies is what pica is.
So, can I ask a couple questions? Like, what would happen? Okay. When they blow the bubbles, is the outside of the bubble spit or snot? And then is the spit on the inside of the snot's on the outside? Is that how it works?
No,
or is it just like all formed together?
It's like spit bubbles from their mouth, snot bubbles
and it
from
just
their
forms
nose.
into one
and it's
giant,
just like,
beautiful bubble?
Because you know how you've seen babies do that
Yeah,
before.
all the time.
I see what you're saying.
That's pica.
That's pica. Okay. All right, we heard his.
Okay, what's yours?
Okay. Pica, don't read it. Just listen
Okay,
to me.
I was reading it.
It just takes it away.
I get excited.
So pica, or as you phonetically would say, pica. That's how it's pronounced. This condition forms when a person has an uncontrollable impulse to dress his salsa up as a girl. Thus, in the affected's mind, justifyingly changing the pico de gallo to the proper feminine version, pica de gallo.
What?
Oh man, I am so weird.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, those are two very different definitions of pica.
Is everyone ready for what it actually is?
Yeah, what is pica?
Well, should I choose a winner first, or should I choose a winner after I read what it is?
First.
You think so?
What do you think?
I think if I read it and then you guys know what it is,
Then you can choose a winner?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it after.
So pica is the persistent eating of non-nutritive, like non-nutritional substances for a period of at least 1 month. The eating of non-nutrition.
So like people that like eat cigarette butts.
Right,
and
the
things
My
like that.
Strange Addiction. Like
Yes.
they eat paper towels, they eat like...
So literally non-dirt things.
Right,
Okay.
and they're compelled to eat things.
Mine has to do with food. So
Okay.
no,
That's
that's
what
very
pica
interesting.
is.
I didn't realize.
My winner is Julian.
Yes.
I think you did the word pica a far better service.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Pica.
I'll take it. Pica de gallo. The proper feminine version. Then it would be pica de galla. I gotta fix that.
So for those of you that have watched My Strange Addiction are like, I don't understand why that person doesn't just stop eating their couch. It's a
disorder.
Because they're
Because they
suffering
can't.
from pica.
because it's more complicated than that.
It's more complicated.
Okay, what was our next one?
Our next one. Oh,
Rumination disorder.
Oh yeah, let me get in there.
my turn. Should we
Let's-
switch off whoever
sure,
goes
yeah.
first? Okay. So my definition for rumination disorder is when a person disassociates with their home country every single time they enter a new room, effectively naming every new room a nation.
Rumination.
God. You already won that one. Mine's so shitty.
What do you got?
I wrote a person obsessed with the behavior of a Roomba.
I like obsessed with the behavior because
By the way, it could be said that I am suffering from rumination disorder.
Oh.
Because I would follow a Roomba around for hours.
So that's what a person does. They just like obsessively follow it around and just like
They talk to it.
Yeah.
They dress it up. I've seen Roombas that have stickers and decals and things on them.
Oh, we should dress
pimp,
our.
Yeah, we should pimp ours out.
They have names.
Pimp my Roomba. Where's Exhibit?
We
Can
should
he
put,
pimp our Roomba?
Like a strip of LED lights on there.
Oh my God, he's already a DJ. It's gonna be such a party. Think about that. A robot going around your house cleaning with lights on, playing the hottest new hits. Yo, DJ Roomba, what's hot? Sorry.
I would love that.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, no, I was with the guy I was golfing with on Sunday, Scott. We were just randomly in the car on the way home, and he was like, "Do you guys have a Roomba?" And I was like, "Oh my God, we just got one." He was like, "We did too. It's amazing."
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess it could be said that you have a touch of the rumination as well.
Oh
huh?
yeah, big time. I suffer all the time from that. Thanks to your
From
dad.
the fictional rumination. Yeah, my
All
dad
right.
sent it to us.
Yeah, what's the real definition?
The fictional, those are really strong fictional ruminations.
Mm-hmm.
The real rumination is repeated regurgitation and rechewing of food for a period of at least 1 month.
Oh my God.
But these are also for like infancy, childhood, or adolescence. So it could just be a baby that really just wants to eat his food and then eat his food again.
So it has nothing to do with nations?
So you're telling me it has nothing to do with nations?
Damn it.
So you're saying it doesn't involve nations.
America.
Nope.
All right.
I think I'm just gonna give both of you a point, like Chef Ramsay does.
Okay, that's good. I
Really
like
good.
that. I like that executive call. So I'm winning 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you make that choice because you're basically Chef Ramsay here.
Rumination. Rumination.
Rumination. All right, next one.
Encopresis.
Encopresis. What do you got?
Am I first?
Yeah.
An old person working with a group of much younger people is experiencing encopresis.
That sounds like it could be damn real.
An old person that is
Yeah,
working
and
with
you know,
much younger people.
So you know, like when you work somewhere and like everyone's like, 20 or whatever, and then there's the one random like 45-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? We don't have anything
He
to
doesn't
talk
even
to
go
you
here.
about.
So that's a mental disorder.
That's encopresis.
Encopresis is whatever Brett wants it to be.
That's true.
'Cause
That
is fictional.
No, that's true.
all of these people are experiencing encopresis.
So who is more affected by encopresis in this situation, the young people or the one old person?
well, it kind of goes both ways.
Different symptoms for different... Oh, okay. See,
It's
this
it's like an all-encompassing thing
Yeah,
because it's an encopresising thing.
Yeah, I want to learn more about that.
snaps.
Because, the old person has to deal with being a loner and not really understanding what the young
Yeah.
people are talking about. And then the young people are like, how do we include the old person?
And then think about the volume of inner turmoil of the old person who has to fight the battle of, well, do I try to blend in and change who I am, or do I just stay strong and be the outsider? Wow.
Can lead to pica. Can lead to rumination disorder.
Yeah, you want me to go?
Yeah, go.
All right, here we go. Encopresis. This disorder creates an alternate reality where a person tries to communicate with people via Capri Suns by walking around, stabbing people with a small yellow straw, and quietly whispering into it. They also do that cell phone thing with Capri Sun packages.
Julian, you're on fire.
Just take my money, bitch. Take my money.
Did you guys ever you did that, right? With the empty Capri Sun, you stick the straw in it like it's a cell phone antenna, and you fold it.
No, well, what I used to do with empty Capri Suns is blow them back up so they look full.
Oh, yeah.
And then try to give that shit to my friend and then laugh. I already drank that shit. I had a box of Capri Suns at work for a while.
So
That's
ridiculous.
fucked up. At work, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
Drinking
so
a Capri Sun
good.
as an adult is so like fulfilling. It's
I just
just
would
amazing.
like sometimes when you stab it too like aggressively and
And
it
it
goes
shoots.
all the way through the package.
Yeah.
And you're
Then
fucked.
you've basically murdered your Capri Sun.
I don't know who I was talking to, but we were saying that we should get syringes and like fill them with vodka and then shoot it into the
God.
Capri Sun.
Oh my
That is
God.
like a stroke of genius. I'm sorry.
It would be
Or you could just squirt the
delicious.
Capri Sun out.
No, because the whole thing is
Yeah.
that you're drinking. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then you just like funnel it through the straw.
But having it in the pouch is pretty.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's like a flask, but it's cooler, and it's a Capri Sun.
And it's funny because it's
And
a
it's funny.
kid's drink.
I was
Getting fucked up on kids' drinks.
Yeah.
It's funny.
funny. So what's the real definition for that one?
Encopresis is the repeated passage of feces into inappropriate places, like clothing or floors, whether involuntary or intentional. And it usually happens after the age of 4. Or it needs to, in order to get diagnosed with encopresis, it needs to happen over the age of 4.
Because before age 4, that's normal behavior.
I did know a young boy when I was like babysitting age, and he was obsessed with putting his poop everywhere, especially on his SpongeBob. He had a giant, like,
Oh my god.
huge SpongeBob.
We think
He
our dog's
loved to
pooing on the ground is a problem.
He loved to take his poop, and he loved to spread it on SpongeBob, and it would just, you'd try to like clean his hands off, and it would just be in his fingernails. But
And then you would clean it up.
Yeah.
he was just happy as a clam.
You would clean it up.
That boy was just happy as a clam.
Who needs video games? I got my own poo.
He just loved his own poop, you know?
Yep.
And caprices. Anyways, I think Julian won that round.
Yeah, I would agree.
It was very magical.
Thank you.
That was so good.
Thank you. I wanted a Capri Sun now.
All right, next one. Enuresis.
All right. Enuresis. When a person walks uncontrollably door to door, handing people half-opened Reese's chocolates while saying, "These are yours now." Because enuresis. I apologize.
Well, so mine is the opposite of encopresis. So a young person working with a group of much older people.
See, Brett, you were on the right track because it's
Oh my god, he's staying on theme.
Repeated voiding of urine into bed or clothes, whether voluntary or unintentional or intentional.
So just to explain, like the way that like
That makes sense
the
now.
thought process, because I was doing what you have been doing all along, which is basically breaking up the word
Yeah.
into different pieces, and so I saw it. Anyway,
That's
that
beautiful,
was
Brett.
really well done.
As much as I like telling people that these are yours now, I'm gonna give the point to Brett.
Even before we know, oh, you already read it.
Yeah, because he recognized the pattern and then he made a joke accordingly.
He deserves that dub. I'll give him that dub.
thank you.
Yeah. So what is 3-2 now?
Appreciate that.
3-2?
Yeah, you're
3-2.
still winning. It doesn't. Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 more. The next one isn't really a definition though. It's just a
The next one is a little bit different.
quantity.
Okay.
So, I don't. This is the DSM-4. I think there's a DSM-5 at this point. But according to the DSM-4, there is caffeine intoxication with a specific amount of caffeine it takes for you to be technically intoxicated. So I asked them to write down what they thought, according to the DSM, it would take for you to be caffeine intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, you can go. You go.
Okay. So I did it in milligrams because I do know that caffeine is measured that way,
Yep.
and I kind of thought about it. Well, first of all, I know that you guys can drink caffeine fucking
All of it.
all day
Way
long
too much.
and go to sleep at night, and it's like you're completely unaffected. I am like pretty sensitive to caffeine, but I really love caffeine. So I have like kind of gauged this a little bit because I have experienced, I don't know if it was actual caffeine intoxication, but when you are over caffeinated, it's like a really
worst
horrible feeling.
Yeah,
It's a
it
mess.
sucks.
So I did 1,200 milligrams leads to caffeine intoxication. And I guess that isn't even necessarily over a certain period of time or whatever. Or also known as the gigantic Red Bull. The one that looks like a 40.
1,200.
If you drink that, you're caffeine intoxicated.
Oh my god.
Because
Or
there should
also
not be
known
Red
as-
Bulls that, like, you need 2 hands to...
No. It's pretty intense.
It's
Yeah.
enormous.
Doesn't
Yeah.
take a 40.
It looks like a fucking 40.
It just encourages you to binge drink caffeine, those things.
Yeah.
Like they should just sell funnels with it like pre in the top so that you just open your throat.
Yeah. Or it's like a can that has like the shotgun pre sort of like built into it. It has like a tab at the bottom that you just break off and shotgun it. Right.
Open your throat.
All right, Julian, what did you have?
Well, I'd like to first say I've 100% drinking that much in a day.
You had that much today.
Probably. That's sad. Okay, so how much caffeine does it take to be technically intoxicated by caffeine? 40 milligrams per ounce of pee you peed that day.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
That way it's relative to body weight, sort of. Or pee weight.
Pee weight?
I think pee weight is a more accurate measurement of someone's... What? I have no idea where I was going with that.
Someone's life.
Yeah, basically you just have to measure how much pee you pee that day and then somehow factor in your milligrams of caffeine. But I don't know if you measure the caffeine before you like pee or...
And Julian's done with his
And I'm
thought.
done. That's my thought.
Would you like to know
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
I
Wait, can I give you like a serious guess? This isn't for the game.
Sure.
Okay, 1,700 milligrams.
Okay.
Okay.
Recent consumption of caffeine, usually in excess of 250 milligrams. More than 2 to 3 cups of brewed coffee.
What?
Okay, you ready? You must exhibit 5 or more of the following signs developing during or shortly after caffeine use: restlessness, nervousness, excitement, insomnia, flushed face,
So all of the reasons that one would drink caffeine.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, that
Enuresis.
sounds like my Monday morning.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my
According
God. So we get
the
intoxicated
DSM,
every single day.
you could get diagnosed with caffeine
The
intoxication.
little energy shots we take have more than that.
Daily.
250?
250.
No, it doesn't say on there. I've looked.
Really?
Yeah, it's because it's in a blend. It doesn't tell you. But I've looked online. There's like 300 or 400 in that one. There's like 3 because that's the extra strength.
Yeah.
You're technically intoxicated.
Technically intoxicated from one little energy shot. What is that, like 3-4 ounces? 3 ounces? Jesus. What?
Wow.
That is nuts. All right, well, so I got a problem.
As do I.
think.
It's funny. There's no, like, there's alcohol dependency and cannabis and all of this, but there's caffeine intoxication. There's no caffeine addiction.
Yeah.
Which seems backwards because I feel like there's plenty of people that are addicted to caffeine.
Caffeine addiction is a real thing.
It's a real thing. I mean, I guess that there's not like a specific mental disorder for caffeine addiction, but it is an addictive drug because it changes the way your body chemistry works completely. So
Right. Well, and if you're like us and you start your day with caffeine and drink it throughout the day, and then one day you just stop, it's awful.
yeah,
Like,
because your body is used to those
You feel
levels
like-
being fulfilled without caffeine.
you get really bad headaches. You feel exhausted. You feel like unmotivated.
Yeah, what was
It's like depression almost.
It's bad. It's actually really bad. Like I think like a year and a half ago when we first started hanging out, I would drink a lot of caffeine with you. Like we'd drink together. We'd go to get coffee. We'd have little energy shots. We'd have whatever. And I remember it got to a point where I was like getting a little worried because I had never drank this much caffeine. So what I did was, and at the time I was taking beta alanine as a supplement by itself for workouts because it's good for muscle recovery and I like it, so it helps. And that stuff, if you don't know, it's also in pre-workout mix. So it gives you that sort of like itchy tingling feeling in your face and your arms and your body. It's like a kind of a flushing feeling, sort of like a niacin flush, but it's more like needly.
Yeah, sometimes it makes your face itchy.
It makes your face really itchy. It's like those of you who take
Well, that's why I don't
supplements.
drink 5 Hour Energy, is because it makes me really
Well, there's
itchy.
niacin in that. I think that's what you're experiencing. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I would regularly take, sorry, this is a complete tangent.
go ahead.
I would regularly take beta alanine and caffeine before I worked out. And so when I got to this point, I was like getting scared that I was taking too much caffeine. What I did was I went cold turkey, no caffeine for like a week. And for the workouts, I just increased my dosage of beta alanine to try to trick my body into thinking I was caffeinated because I was still getting the tingly feeling. And it didn't work that bad. Like I thought it kind of, like if I were to go cold turkey now and try to work out for a week, I would be miserable and my strength would be down and my energy would be down. But that was definitely like an interesting little experiment I did. I mean, I wasn't taking dangerous levels of beta alanine. I just increased a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, caffeine is it's definitely hard to replace.
Yeah, I'm not really the type of person that gives a fuck about cycling off of caffeine. Just give me some
Well, I'll tell you
more.
one thing is like the moment I drank caffeine after that week, I had half of what I would normally do and I was off the wall. It resets like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have been trying to get my caffeine more organically lately because it was getting to the point where I was drinking like
Red Bulls.
multiple Red Bulls a day.
So what's an organic, like coffee or
So
tea?
like coffee or tea, just because I don't know, you know,
No,
Yeah,
it's
just
like-
cut out the
yeah,
all this shit.
all the other stuff. But
Yeah, some of it's like nasty.
well, and you know what's really interesting too? Like if I start my day with a coffee and then I like don't really eat anything or whatever, by the end of the day I'm feeling like absolute shit. But
Yeah.
if I start my day with a Red Bull or an energy drink or something like that and I don't really eat throughout the day, by the end of the day I'm feeling fine.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how caffeine metabolizes everything that you've like consumed.
Yeah.
And then when you're actually taking an energy drink that has the sort of vitamins and minerals and stuff in it, like it does give you a
It changes
supplement.
it.
Yeah.
You
for
feel
sure,
better.
for sure.
Yeah. It's more of a well-rounded.
Yeah. Yeah,
When I
no.
worked at the tanning salon a billion fucking years ago, we had like Smart Waters and like Monster Energy drinks. And so you could like buy it and then put your money in the fucking cash register and just go get them. So, you know, I would fucking spend a lot of my money on just staying awake at work.
Yeah.
And I was doing the same thing, you know, I'm like dirt poor. But if I bought it from the tanning salon, it was so much cheaper than 7-Eleven for some reason because nobody really wants to fucking buy them. I swear we had them in stock just like for us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's funny.
So I was drinking like a ton of Monster, and that's really how I started drinking like Red Bulls and Red Bull vodka and all that. That was like my choice. Like when I was like, I'll drink a Red Bull vodka.
Yeah.
And I was drinking like a lot of like the carbonated energy drinks, and my teeth were killing me. Like, my teeth hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And I went to the dentist, and I think it had only been like 3 months that I'd been working there, drinking like a Monster or a half or Monster or two at work.
A day.
Over the day.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you drinking a lot of energy drinks? And I'm like, well, yeah, like, isn't everybody? Like,
Yeah.
you know, in 2008 or 9 or whatever, like, Monster and Red Bull were on, like, a huge upswing, you know? They were huge. And I was like, well, doesn't everybody? That's our choice, right? Coffee or that? Mm-hmm. And she was like, yeah, your teeth look like shit. I'm like, fuck.
So what was it in the energy drinks?
I think it's just a combination of the sugar and the carbonation. Like, it'd be the same if I chugged a fucking
soda.
Coke every day.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's pretty crazy, though, because you don't think about that when you're having energy drinks. I honestly don't even view them as the same as like soda.
I know, but they kind of are, some of them.
Some
of
of
them
even
are
the sugar-free
loaded with
ones.
Sugar. Yeah.
Because those chemicals will do the same thing or worse to your teeth, probably. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I would speculate that. That's wild.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
They hurt so bad.
They hurt.
It was like that weird tingly. Although, news for anyone, or like hope for anyone that was in that situation or is currently in that situation.
Yeah.
If you just stop and then you just take care of your teeth, and it goes away.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Listen to your teeth.
Listen to your teeth.
Be your teeth.
Love your teeth. All right, the last one.
Last one. Oh, okay. Let's finish this up.
Frauderism.
Will you spell it?
Frotteeurism. Frauderism.
Oh, yeah. I'll go first. Frauderism. When a person rushes a fraternity, and when they ask them to dress up for an event, they come because they can't help it. They come dressed as Harry Potter, or in his mind, Harry Frauder.
Oh my god!
My god.
You're welcome.
Frauderism. Dick sword fighting.
Oh, I knew there was a name for that.
That's what it's called.
Then we engaged in some nice, playful frauderism.
Oh my god.
Or like when you post your like Craigslist ad, like looking for someone interested in frauderism. M for M.
Because no cop is going to read Brett's DSM and know that.
Frauderism.
Wow.
Those are some good answers.
Those
By
are
the
really
way,
good.
if you're in... No, just kidding.
Oh, man.
No.
I'm going to give both of you points. I guess technically that means that Julian won.
Yeah,
Wait, who
Julian
won the caffeine one, though?
Oh.
Because...
Well, who was closest?
Well, I said 40 milligram per ounce of pee.
Okay, Julian.
I'm
I'm pretty sure Brett said 1,200, right?
I said 1,200.
So Brett was closest.
Well, how do you know? Oh,
even though I was
peed.
like 1,000 over.
And then you said
wait,
your
is this
serious,
a tie?
You said your serious answer was 1,700.
Oh, you're right.
That would... That,
so we
I think
tied.
That would mean that we tied.
Oh, wait,
3
so
to
now I
3.
have to pick?
No, we tied total. 3-3.
Yeah.
Oh. We should...
I think overall... I mean,
Damn it. Should we do one live, like off our cuff?
Yeah,
for the fucking tiebreaker.
I'll just look up a word. Okay.
Yeah, Brett and I will just chat while you do.
Okay, but hold on.
Yeah. No, what?
I didn't tell you what it was.
Oh, frauderism.
right,
I'm sorry.
frauderism.
Yeah, but you gave him the point, or you gave me the point. I don't
we
even
each
care.
got a point for
I
it.
got a point. Oh,
Yeah.
we each got a point. All right,
Yeah.
all right. Sorry, I'm off the walls.
Okay, frauderism.
It's because you're intoxicated
I'm so
on
intoxicated.
caffeine. I don't
Harry
like.
Frauder.
I'm gonna stage you an intervention, mofuck.
What is this? You an intervention, motherfucker? You drink more than I do.
actually need it.
Yeah.
Frauderism is over a period of at least 6 months, recurrent, intense, sexually arousing fantasies, sexual urges, or behaviors involving touching and rubbing against non-consenting
Okay,
people.
he was so close. That's insanely close.
That's why I'm saying, like, Brett has gotten, like, the gist of
my
what these
God.
things could be.
That's literally wait, your definition kind of falls under that umbrella.
It does.
So it's basically like you want to rub up against people in public that don't know who you are. That's frauderism.
That's basically sword fighting. That's,
I was
that's
thinking
that's
more
honestly, I'm a little,
consensually speaking.
well, I'm a little scared how close you got. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Brett
that's-
wrote dick sword fighting.
Still really close.
All right.
All right.
You guys discuss that, and I will look up a difficult word, and then you guys have to give me your definitions, okay? For the tie, for the
Okay.
win.
I will say that I have the dictionary app on my phone, and I do look at the word of the day every day.
Oh, shit.
You do?
Yeah, because I
Oh,
like
wow.
I like words.
Yeah. I need to get back to reading. When I read a lot, I was like in a thing where I was reading a lot, and I would learn so many fucking words.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even help it because I would read a word that I didn't know, and I was not going to keep reading unless I looked it up and was like, okay, now I get what's happening. But it's just like, it's kind of contagious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you read and you're like, oh, I'm learning words, but I'm enjoying more of the book now. It's kind of, you want to do both more. I need to get back into that. I missed that.
I also enjoy the thesaurus.
Thesaurus?
The thesaurus.
The thesaurus is really fun. When I
Yeah.
was writing for the newspaper for Chapman, the Panther, shout out to the Panther. I was a sports editor for a while. And when you write, you're writing stories every week, like lots of stories.
Yeah.
And you can't use the
all
same
the
words.
same
Yeah,
words, yeah.
especially when you're a sports reporter, you know, like they came out on top. You have to find like 50 different ways to say that, or they
Right.
lost, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or injured, you know what I mean? So, you know, obviously the bare bones words you keep, but yeah, you use that thing a lot. That thing is super helpful. I love the thesaurus. Thesaurus.
All right.
The
Do you guys...
The
Do
North
you guys want to do one?
thesaurus.
Yeah.
Here we off
Well,
the,
you
so
have
we
to
just
be-
gotta.
Yeah, I mean, if you want time to write it, you can, or if you want to just do it live, then do it live.
I say we just like go.
Fuck it, we'll do it
We
live.
Just go, yeah.
All right. Wait, then can I do some? Because I like making up silly definitions.
Yeah.
Or just do one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
All right, you
Whatever
ready?
you want.
Okay, stop.
Just a word.
No, because I'm gonna lose it. Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to be honest. If you know what this is, then say it so that we can't
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
Petty fogger.
Don't know what that is. Petty fogger.
Yes, definition.
You go first, or should I go first? How much time do we have to come up with this,
Would
or
you,
do we just go?
Would you like me to spell it?
Yes, spell it.
Pettifogger.
Okay, I'm going.
Can you give us the part of speech?
Seems like that guy's a pettifogger.
Okay, so petty fogger, when a person can't resist but going around and petting other people's animals, getting so choked up by emotions that their eyes fog up. That's petty fogger. What do you got? What are you gonna beat that with? Because you're petting and petty. Sorry.
I think petty fogger means seriously, petty fogger is when you walk into a walk-in freezer and there's like, you know how sometimes there'll be like kind of vapor in the air. That's petty fogger.
That's sick.
That's really good. God, I swear Brett's like got his own DSM in his mind.
I just asked her to use it in a sentence though. And
It's not
completely
it's a
unrelated to it.
okay. Pettifogger is a person who tries to befuddle others with his speech.
Oh, like he tries to outsmart people by saying big words? Oh, a pettifogger. That's the guy who wears like a monocle, right? He walks around like the mall and he's... Okay, that was a good one. So that's the tiebreaker, so...
I think Julian won
Yeah.
with his you're so emotionally charged by petting other people's animals that you
just
fog
were-
up and cry.
Very, very creative.
Oh, thank you. Jenna, do we want you to guess one now?
Yeah, look up a word on your phone.
So just a word. Brett,
Yeah.
you doing that? You want it?
Yes.
All right, Brett's on it. Brett's looking up a word on his
Okay.
phone. So this is basically just dictionary, right? It's not. Yeah. But we could do a couple if you want. If you want to do more, you moderated our game. We should moderate your game.
I didn't get to do any
Yeah.
fuckery.
Yeah.
Sad.
Also, if you guys like,
Ooh, I have one.
all right, what do you got?
Are you ready? Sorry,
Yeah, no,
not
let's
to
do it.
interrupt.
I was just gonna say, if you guys have friends and need a game to play, or even a drinking game, you could play dictionary. It's really fun.
It's
It's really fun,
ridiculous.
especially if you have funny friends, which I trust that you do. Go.
Your word is thalassic.
Spell it.
THALASSIC.
Okay, so we'll give you a second. So you can come up with a good one.
Thalassic.
Wait, with a V or a TH?
THALASSIC.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want a couple seconds so we can let you, or?
Well, you have to come up with them too.
Oh, we're all doing it.
Or-
Oh.
no, Brett
me
already
and
knows.
You. Me
Yeah.
and you. Got it. Sorry. Hi, I'm slow today. Okay.
I have one.
All right, you go first.
Okay.
Then.
Okay. Thalassic is a theme park built for this little kid named Theo who was a big fan of Jurassic Park, but they decided to name it Thalassic. And it's also a period in time when Theo was the most exciting dinosaur Theo ever.
That's a great one.
The Thalassic period.
That was cute.
Thanks.
Aw. Good def. Good
Thanks.
def.
Good def.
I'm going to your definition.
Good def.
Your turn.
Coolie.
Okay, Thalassic is when a guy goes around trying to tell people he wants to get surgery on his eyes, but no one knows what he's talking about because he's pronouncing it wrong.
Yes. Yes. That's so funny.
Okay, you win. You win.
You win.
What?
Thalassic, of or pertaining to seas and oceans.
Whoa. Okay.
All right.
I feel like I should have known that.
Or of or pertaining to smaller bodies of water, as seas and gulfs, as distinguished from large oceanic
Thalassic.
bodies.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's weird. I feel like I should have known that too.
Your hair is kind of thalassic.
It is.
Oh, look at this. The Thalassic hair.
Do you guys want a word?
Why don't I give you guys a word?
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Because I haven't moderated yet.
I've already read all of those, though.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Good petty fogging.
I've already read all of those.
No, I'll find one. Do you know what Widdershins is?
Widdershins?
Widdershins.
How do you say it?
All right.
Or, like, spell it?
Widdershins. Widdershins.
Widdershins.
Okay, you win. I did not read Widdershins.
No, you didn't. All right. Whoever's ready first can go first.
Okay. Widdershins are like someone who has really, really, really short knee to ankle length leg. They have widow shins.
Oh, that was so good. Widow shins. Oh, that was good. Brett, top it.
Well,
Widow shins.
Widow
shins. So I was kind of along the same lines, but I was thinking like when kids are playing soccer and they're chasing the ball, and then like two kids like kick each other.
That action is called widow shins.
They did it with their shins.
Oh.
God, those are both really good.
Sorry.
Point for you both, Ramsey style.
We should have done this whole podcast with just these.
Yeah.
I know.
We can start over.
Whatever you want. Do you want to hear the
Why don't
definition?
we? This is way funnier.
You want to start the podcast over?
No, I guess not.
We can do it another time. What's
It's just
wrong?
so much sillier.
It is so much sillier, but I feel like we had a great fucking game.
Yeah, well,
the
okay,
book,
and
so
I
I'm
already
throwing
thought of
that
another
away.
like category that I want to do in the future, because I know that there are some silly ass tools out there, like
Oh, yeah.
tool names. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what does this tool do?
Yeah, we should do that like another time too, so we could spread the love into other podcasts.
Yeah.
Want me to give you another
No,
word?
I gotta read you this definition, guys.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Widdershins.
Widdershins. In a contrary or counterclockwise direction. What?
Boo. I think it's when kids kick each other in the shins.
Widdershins.
I think Brett won that one.
I'm the judge.
Yeah,
It's a tie.
It is a tie.
All right. Did you read?
I didn't read any of those. Except for
All right,
Widdershins.
Brett, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Okay,
So it's
hold
me
on.
and Jenna again?
Yeah.
Oh, game on. I love New York.
Ooh.
All right.
Verbigeration. It's VERBIGERATION. Verbigeration.
Whoa.
Verbigeration is when you like to plant things in a garden and make food, but you only can do it by swearing at it and telling it to do verbs. Like kick, punch, jump, fuck,
Verbiage.
and then it grows your garden.
Oh, that's good. I would love that garden.
Verbigeration.
You just abuse it and it grows.
Yes, verbally.
Verbigeration.
That's a good one.
The farming of using verbal abuse.
Good. Where do we get that garden? All right, mine is verbigeration, when instead of food, you put written pieces of paper with verbs on them in the fridge so they get verbigerated.
Oh my god.
So the reason that I chose this one is because it kind of crosses over between both games that we've played tonight. Verbigeration is the constant or obsessive repetition of meaningless words or phrases.
That would be a good friend to have. That's ridiculous.
We all know someone that
Verbigeration. Yo, dude,
More
you
than
like
capable of
verbigeration or
verbigeration.
something?
Yeah.
What's your deal? Is your friend verbigerated? Wait, how is it? Too far. Rome.
You guys want one?
Far. Sure.
A Biblio Phobia?
All right. So when a person is irrationally and deathly afraid of not a bib, not a leotard, but a bib and a leotard at the same time. Biblio Phobia.
Biblio Phobia.
Wow.
I mean, my immediate guess, just based off of the word, is like fear of books.
Yeah, it's got to be books.
It's
Yeah.
the fear of running out of reading material.
That's such a fun... I'm not laughing at it. It's just... It's,
Wow. That's like a very deep-rooted, like...
yeah.
What if I read all the things?
Well,
and then
that's got to be
I'll run out
caused
of
And
by
then I'm
like,
out.
well, I feel like that sort of thing. I don't know anything about anything, but I feel my guess is that sort of thing is caused by an upbringing where their sole source of entertainment was reading. Maybe.
You're saying that kids that tweet 800 times a day don't have a bibliophobia?
That's a twibliophobia.
Yeah, they have a twibliophobia.
Twibliophobia. It's different.
Well, what if no one's tweeting anything? What am I gonna read?
Tumblr. Come on. What?
Duh, MySpace.
Yeah, I'll dig up everyone's MySpace.
All right, Jenna, hold up the W. Like this. Brett, you hold up the T. What?
Yeah, this was a fun podcast, though. We should definitely play the dictionary game.
I like
again.
the idea of coming on here and playing a game like that because it's fun because we're absolutely just like fucking around. And also, I like the preemptive ones where we kind of plan our answers because those can be funny.
Yeah.
It's fucking around, but it's creative.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, Brett. This was fun hanging
Yeah,
out
thanks,
with you again.
Brett.
Thanks for having me,
We
guys.
liked your answers.
Brett was a lot of fun on the podcast.
Funny.
I'll link Brett in the description below if you want to follow him on social. If you guys have a twibliophobia and you need to see tweets, he tweets pretty well.
Twibliophobia.
But
I try.
We'll be back next week for another podcast. Thank you so much for watching. I think next week is big number 20.
Is it?
Yep. Because this is 19. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching us and listening, and thanks for getting us all the way to put in the best of 2014 in iTunes. So that was pretty cool.
Huge.
Yeah.
So cool.
And well, you know what? We've just always been unprofessional and shitty since day one.
That's how we gonna remain.
It's just, it means a lot that you guys appreciate the substance and whatever that we're doing rather than how shitty it is.
Absolutely. The fact that you guys have listened and cared this much means that you really do just care about like us and what we're talking about, which is cool.
Thank you.
There's no funny business. But anyway, we love you. We'll see you next week. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Dun, 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 dun.